When I was 8, our family dog ran away. He was older than I was, but he was small, and I still thought of him as a puppy. My dad found him 2 weeks later. What was left was in the middle of the woods, half picked apart. Dad said he reckoned our dog knew his time was up, that he wandered out alone so he could die in private. I suppose that's as good a reason as any.
I never even knew you had a dog.
Eagles Point's here on the western side of the park. That's our trail.
And where are we?
I don't know, Sugar. That's why we're lost.
You sure we're lost?
Neither one of us has a clue where we are, and we haven't had a clue in over an hour.
Yeah, I'm starting to agree that we're lost.
I think if we continue west, we'll have to come to the river. If I can get to the river, we find the overlook and I can find out where we are.
Yeah, you've been moody lately, and I don't like it when you're moody.
I don't think I've been moody.
We can talk if you want. I mean, you know, talk about things.
We talk all the time.
Nah, I mean, you know, talk about real things.
You've always avoided real conversation. Why you want to have one now?
Now seems like as good a time as any to start. So what's his name?
Who?
You know, the new me.
Does it really matter what his name is?
Yeah, it does.
Don't you think there's some things ought to be left a mystery?
Some things. Not this thing.
Well, his name is Tom, with an H after the T. He works in a high-rise.
What does he do?
Something with computers. He either works with them or on them. I can't remember.
He sounds perfectly fine.
Wally, come on. It's me. Will you just say how you really feel?
Honestly?
Might as well start now.
Well, if we're being honest, I think he sounds like a real waste of time, and I think you can do better.
Better meaning you.
Yeah, better meaning me. I used to be able to read you so well. What are you really thinking about?
I've been thinking about becoming an entrepreneur. I mean, I'm not great at any one thing, but I'm okay at a lot of things.
I would agree with that.
You remember Eddie from high school?
Definitely. Maybe.
Well, whether you remember him or not, Eddie made it big. I mean, he's fucking loaded.
How loaded is loaded?
He bought a boat.
A boat? He can't even swim.
He doesn't have to. He has a boat.
Where's his money come from?
Toothpicks.
What the hell are you talking about?
Eddie made a shit ton of money on toothpicks. He invented a machine that makes like twice as many for half as much.
Well, if he is the kid I remember, he shit his pants once in high school. I think you should know that.
It's gross.
It was.
Were you there?
Yep.
What'd it smell like?
Shit.
Right?
Tell me about some of your strengths.
I'm good with people, and they generally like me. I can make them laugh.
And how'll that help you here?
People buy toothpicks. I can convince them to do that.
Yeah. Your employment history has gaps.
Well, I've done a lot of stuff.
No, I'm not denying that. I'm not arguing with you. I just, I'm not necessarily looking for variety. Okay, I'm looking more for direction and where are you going?
Oh, sorry. I'm confused. Is this a question I'm supposed to answer?
You look nervous. You want some water or something?
But I'm thinking about applying for a job at Eddie's company.
He's an asshole. You don't want to work there.
I don't work at the convenience store. I mean, it's a fucking pain.
We hated him when we were kids.
I wasn't looking for a job when I was a kid.
Yeah, fair enough.
Where are we going, Wally?
I'm not sure I know anymore.
You gonna be okay? Can I trust you?
You should already know that you can.
Good. And I do. And what's next for you?
I gotta get me some status.
What do you mean?
I need to find a job, get a desk, get real paid. Put on a collared shirt and trick someone into thinking I'm worth a damn.
I always thought you were worth a damn.
Such high praise. Well, here comes the worst part.
What's that?
Part where I try to think of some bullshit for us to talk about to keep you from going.
I've heard that before. You're running out of tricks, Wally. It's all starting to sound the same.
I think we're just going in circles.
How do you know?
I know 'cause I know. What time is it?
It's a little after noon. Why?
Sun's in the middle. Can't tell which way is west. I'll have to wait.
I thought you'd been here before.
I had, but then I got distracted because you kept talking. Now I'm somewhere I have not been before.
As far as you know.
Yeah, as far as I know.
You know, nature all looks the same. And I get lost in Atlanta, and that's with street signs and shit.
Oh, I don't like this feeling.
What?
Having to wait around to figure out where I should go.
You don't have a choice. I mean, sit down. You talked to Whatsername?
Nope.
What is her name? I don't remember.
Doesn't matter. What's her name suits me fine.
She's pretty.
She was?
You know, I heard this thing, and I don't know if it's true or not, but it's just something I heard. But I heard that the part of your brain that makes you hate someone is right next to the part of your brain that makes you love them.
I don't care.
Yeah, but you should, because you hate her because you love her. Hey, does that make any sense?
Not a goddamn bit. You know, she said she wasn't comfortable going places alone with me. Said she'd rather stick to us hanging out in groups. I mean, I never thought she'd say something like that.
So you're looking to see if there's something here for you, huh?
Yeah. I'm going in a new direction. It's the new me.
I see. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Back in high school, they used to call you Sugar Baby. They still call you that?
Sometimes.
Why do they call you that? I mean, Stephen Boylan's a fine name. It's a lot better than Sugar Baby.
It's 'cause I'm sweet.
If I remember correctly, and I think it's because you were, or still are, diabetic?
Well, I guess my friends were and then still are assholes. And if I remember correctly, you shit your pants one time in high school.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Your pants. You shitted them. You want to see me moonwalk?
No.
Come on. Like, say yes. Come on, say yes. Say yes. Come on, say yes. It's a joke.
Then yes. You're an idiot.
You see that? That's laughter. Come on, you remember that? It's funny, ain't it?
That's it. That's west.
I hope it's worth it.
It will be.
Why you want to go there so badly?
It's a nice view.
You ever been to Eagles Point?
No.
It's this overlook. You can see the whole valley. It's pretty spectacular. We should go.
Wally, I don't think you and me should be going any place together. I prefer to stick in the hanging out in groups.
No, I want to take you. My dad and I used to take my dog there when I was a kid. The trail's hard to follow, but I know I can get us there. We'd have it to ourselves.
You know we should have been doing this stuff a year ago. Not now. It's too late. Besides, there's no use in obsessing over the past. The future is just so much more interesting.
You know, Eddie used to call you retarded in high school.
I know.
When you weren't around, he'd say things that you had said, but he'd say them in a retarded accent.
Yeah, people told me about it later.
So now you're gonna go into his office and sit down in front of him and try to convince him that you're worth hiring?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And you know why? Because me and you are probably gonna go home tomorrow and we're gonna make a grilled cheese sandwich and we're probably gonna watch something stupid on TV. You know what Eddie's gonna do? Eddie's gonna have a porterhouse and some fine wine and fuck his hot wife.
It doesn't bother you?
What, you mean him interviewing me? Man, I'm 26 years old, Wally. I can hold in most any feeling for 15 minutes.
Well, I think we just about come to the end here, sugar baby. We'll call you.
Thank you. Oh, and in the meantime, try not to shit your pants.
Sugar baby, let me ask you a question.
It's another bullshit. What's your worst quality question?
It's a real question. Why do you still let them call you sugar baby? You're a grown man and you must hate it.
There's no harm behind it. It don't matter to me.
Well, you ought to start using your real name out there. Right, from a grown man to another, it's time to leave the past behind you.
Have you met most grown-ups? Why would I ever want that?
You know, sugar baby, I'm sure there are many places the world could use you. I'm sure you're capable of great things, but as long as you're a sugar baby, you ain't gonna work here.
I understand.
Yeah, you understand. And hopefully you understand that the longer you run from your adult responsibilities, the harder it's all gonna be.
I'm sorry if I've been moody lately.
It's okay, I don't care.
Yeah, but I do. And I am sorry. You're a good guy, sugar baby. Real good friend. Do you remember my dog? The one I had as a kid?
Yeah.
He's been on my mind lately. I'm not sure why. He went missing for a couple of weeks there at the end. Ran off to die on his own. My dad found him, half picked apart, a couple weeks later.
Wally, that ain't what happened.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you know, there's no way of knowing for sure, but my dad always thought that your dog got lost. You know, that he just wandered too far away from the house and just couldn't find his way back home. Your dog was a good one, but you know, he just wasn't able to survive out in the real world.
We're close. I don't like this feeling.
What?
Having to wait around to figure out where I should go.
You don't have a choice, man. Just sit down. You're thinking about something. You get that squinty, looking into the horizon look.
Well, I figure we got two options. We can leave now and make it back to camp before nightfall. Or we can stick around a few more minutes, watch the rest of this goddamn thing, and walk home in the dark. So what do you think?